So now I'm going to cut the apples up. What do you think of this, Susan?
Looks good, Tom.
This thing helps a little, but it doesn't do a great job on these big apples.
What thing is it? Can you show? Apple slicer.
Yeah. So it sort of makes a mess, but it, speeds up the process.
And how many apples are you going to slice?
There will be 5 of these good-sized apples. Sometimes I have to take out a little bit more of the core, and I always look for any bad spots.
And it looks like you're keeping the apple skins on. Why would you do that?
Oh, because they taste good in the pie.
Oh. And can you tell me something about the apples you're slicing? Are they Czech apples?
Yeah, these are nice, solid, tasty, sweet, red Czech apples.
Show you that. Adding to the apples, poured some maple syrup.
This has no sugar in it at all, right?
Right. And then about a 1/16 teaspoon of cardamom. About a 1/4 teaspoon of fresh cinnamon.
Ah.
And then mixing these together. And with raisins.
There's raisins in there too.
Yes,
So that's all that sweetens it, is the raisins and the maple syrup.
that's right, and the fresh sweetener of the apples themselves. The recipe is in the Tassajara cookbook, page 126, and I use 2 cups of flour. In Czech is called mouka. So we have a whole wheat pastry and a white blend. Put a little bit of salt, and then here in the Czech Republic, I'm just using a 1/3 cup of oil. Well, my recipe calls for 1/2 cup, so in all honesty, this is sunflower oil. So I found that a 1/3 cup, we need less here, maybe because it's not so dry as in California and Colorado, since the recipe comes from the Tassajara Retreat Center. So the real trick to this is drizzling it in and then just blending it in. It's almost like the oil coats the flour, gives it a coating. And the nice thing is you don't have to use lard or Crisco, any of those other products. It's very easy to make.
Excellent.
So after this is all drizzled in, then the recipe calls for 1/2 cup of water. But again, in the Czech Republic, I've been using more like a 1/3. I'm not quite ready. You should keep mixing this up until you don't see any lumps. It should be all very even. So let's take the water. Again, we're going to be drizzling it a little and mixing it in. What we want to do is push it towards a marbleized pie. I'm adding water as I need it. This is the part that takes me the longest time to master. So every once in a while I add too much water and then I have to add a little bit of flour. So it's a little squishy here, but I'm seeing if it'll absorb. And if it doesn't, I see that I overdid it. So I just add a little bit. Okay, so here you see the dough's coming together and it feels very silky, almost like a fabric. It's very evenly marbled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands.
Well, Susan, I see that you've already rolled out the bottom crust.
Right, and the edges are very rough still. I just want to show you what's really nice about this is it's very even. Smell the flavors coming together?
Yes, and there they go into the pie. The pieces are so big. Usually people use little tiny pieces of apple. How come you use such big pieces?
Well, I think because my my husband, Tom Smith, he doesn't like the mushy style of apple pie.
Oh, I see.
He also likes raisins. They add a little sweetness and a contrast. Oops, but it makes it go pretty quickly to get the apples ready.
Okay, so now you're going to roll the top crust. Just get to see how you do that. You have flour on the board.
Some on my hand.
And some on your hands. None on your nose, though.
No, many times I do. So the crust is very nice today, very easy to handle.
Why is that?
It rained last night, so sometimes the moisture just makes it very smooth. We had our first thunder and lightning storm last night. It's really dries after a sunny day, sunny spring day. So again, I'm just rolling from the center out,
Okay.
trying to make it very even. And I enjoy seeing this marble pattern,
Marble pattern, what do you mean?
marble. So you can see if you look here, you can see the two kinds of flower. Right in the center, I'm going to take my little
Right.
flower maker. And this pricks holes in the crust so the steam can escape. Isn't it pretty?
And now you're going to put this on, so I saw you, you doubled it over and then you unfold it on the top.
I do it different
Excellent.
ways sometimes. There's no right way really to do this. What I do try to get is this center flower.
In the center.
Yeah.
Sort of like
Like
making, well, I don't know what it was like. I saw you pulling the top over there.
I was trying to get this, and also I'm just evening out here with the scissors.
Now you have your kitchen scissors, and then you take that extra crust and make little cookies out of it, right?
I usually do. Today I'm not going to because I'm making the chicken soup and chocolate biscotti, so I
Oh,
don't
I
think
see.
I'm
You
going
can't
to
make
do that.
everything, I guess.
I do like those cookies a lot. So what I'm just doing is I'm folding this over to keep all the juices in the apple.
Uh-huh.
But it's better when the edges are
Sure,
too
okay.
thick.
So you,
I'm making a patch.
oh, because there's a hole somewhere? Oh, yes, I see, a patch. Pie crust patch. This is a little known art. Oh, you got it all edged, patched, and I think it's ready to go in. What do you think?
Okay, well, 11:15.
It's 11:15, and here it is going into an oven that's at what temperature?
At 350. Sometimes I set it higher for 15 minutes. Maybe I'll do that just to get a browner crust.
Okay. Oh, is it brown enough?
I think so. What do you think? I'm so inspired after our last trip to Italy. I just can't stop cooking.
No, I noticed that, and I've been quite happy about it.
So take a look. What do you think? Does it smell good?
Yes, and look at that pattern. That's great. Okay, so we're going to cut this because I want the pie is still hot, and I want the piece to rest on the plate. So, ooh, Susan, that crust feels perfect.
I'm glad, Tom. I enjoyed making it for you.
And I'm just going to cut right over here to the edge.
Is there a zoom here? No?
And then I'm going to make this a nice big piece because I really do like this pie a lot. Some people would say this is more than one guy could eat, but
Oh my, it looks like it's
I'll manage.
big 25%.
Yeah. We don't have a pie-shaped spatula, but
I know, I've been looking all over Europe to buy it for you for a gift, and I haven't been able to find it.
that's all right. So, now it's sort of, because the pieces are so big, it did come apart a bit, but we just put it back together again on the plate. Well, it's time to eat. Sit down in my favorite chair for coffee time. Mmm. You know what makes this perfect?
No, what? The fresh apples?
The fresh apples and not much else. The pie crust, though. Oh my goodness.
Can you taste any of the spices in there?
Yeah, but they're very subtle. This pie crust is perfect.
Yeah, let's go a little closer so we can see. What makes it perfect?
It's crisp, not too crisp. It's both soft and crisp. And it has just the right flavor.